Hello and welcome everyone to the home of the Phoenix here at Farmington High School in Farmington, Utah on this beautiful Friday night for a high-stakes showdown, the backyard battle between the number 2 team in Utah, the Davis Darts, and the Farmington Phoenix here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, brought to you by Black Flag. Dave Thatcher here alongside my broadcast partner Dave Harrison. And Dave, it'll be an emotional game tonight as it's both senior night for Farmington and it's the background battle. It's the battle for the chain, as they like to call it, in a rivalry night. What is senior night preparation like for a coaching staff with what Farmington's going through?
Well, I think you're going to approach the game the same as you're going to approach any game. You want to, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, I've got to make sure that all the seniors play. In some instances, if you've got a senior and a junior, for example, that are pretty close and the junior usually starts, you may start a senior. But really, you're playing this football game to win it. And then, the senior stuff, hopefully you can take care of the guys at the end of the game that don't typically get in.
For Davis, the Darts are coming off of their second most impressive win of the season and a blowout win over number 12 Syracuse. One quarterback by the name of Trayton Bessinger did something I guess some would consider special. How about throwing for over 500 yards and 5 touchdowns, breaking the school's single-game passing record? The Darts no longer have a secret weapon on offense. Number 4 is a national threat at this point.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see him play tonight. I've been around high school football here in Utah for a lot of years, and I've seen all of the very best quarterbacks that have come through, and I'm excited to see him in person. I haven't seen him in person yet, and from what I hear, what it looks like on tape and what it looks like on the stats, the guy's going to find the open receiver, and he's got so many weapons that if you don't cover them all, somebody's going to be open, and he's going to find them. So I'm really excited to see him perform tonight, and anything can happen in a rivalry game. We've seen teams that really, we saw one last week. We didn't think the American Fork Lone Peak game was going to turn out like it did, and American Fork beat their crosstown rival.
For Farmington, the Phoenix have been battling under first-year head coach David Fiafia, but their program took a huge step forward as they went on the road to a top 5 team in the state in Fremont last week and won. Kava Fiafia is also a threat. In my opinion, the definition of a football player last week with 128 all-purpose yards. How do you plan on the home team using him as a weapon to counteract Davis in tonight's game?
You've got to give him the ball, and you have to be patient with your offense, allow your offense to run some clock, pick up 3, 4, 5 yards at a time, use him to keep the Davis offense on the sideline, because I'm afraid that they're going to be tough to slow down tonight.
That will do it for our pregame coverage, brought to you by Black Flag. Life can wear on a person. If you're lacking the energy you wish you had to live your best life, check out Black Flag. Their energy sticks provide the pickup you want without any sugar or artificial colors or flavors. Use the code DART20 at blkflg.com to save 20% on your order. That's blkflg.com. Use the promo code DART20 to save 20%. So to start off this game, it'll be Davis receiving the ball on the road. So we're going to see number 4 and company get things going on offense, and it's something not only that Davis fans are looking forward to seeing. He's a Boise State commit, but I'm sure a lot of programs across the country are looking at this kid on film right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were some scouts here watching him in person, because once you start looking at a quarterback, you want to see him in all different situations, in close games and not close games. You want to see him on the sideline, and so anybody who's serious about looking at him likely has a representative here at the game tonight.
So the kick is up and away and almost through the goalpost, through the back of the end zone. So it'll be a touchback, and the Darts will start at the 20.
Back in 2016, we had a team, and Riley Jensen had come to Alta as the offensive coordinator, and I told him I was turning the keys over to a Lamborghini because the offense we had was so dynamic and we had so many weapons, and this is what I think Davis has got. They've got a Lamborghini offense where it doesn't matter gears 1 through 5, they all hit.
So it'll be Bessinger in empty on the first play. He'll have 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Home crowd getting loud right from the start. Snap count goes off. He's pressured, but he's got room. He's going to run and throw on the run, and it's dropped on the left side. Had an option to take it himself there, but he decides to go for the throw. It's an incomplete. He'll set up a 2nd and 10.
Good job by the guys up front. Gave him plenty of time to set his feet, look downfield. Good job Farmington in the cover 2. able to contain those receivers. Nobody's able to come open. He did have a receiver, but he hit him back hip and wasn't able to get around to pick that ball up.
This is definitely an air raid attack offense, as Bessinger already has over almost 2,800 passing yards on the season. So we'll be looking at a lot of throws here tonight as 2nd and 10 starts. Early motion sets up a deep throw intended that time for Sparrow, but they couldn't connect on the post route up the middle.
Good job there. They start the fullback or the running back in the backfield, and they move him out wider than the receiver, which bounced the corner to him, and so he had Sparrow man up on a safety, just unable to connect there. But, boy, you get man coverage like that, they'll come back to that play.
So 2 early incompletions will set up a long 3rd down now for number 4 and the offense. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, running back in shotgun with him. It's going to be a play-action pass, roll out to the right. Bessinger's going for the corner, and it's caught. Nice reception that time on the outside made by Isaac Morrison.
Really good job. He knew where he was on the sideline. You could tell they've worked scramble drill in practice. That was a designed roll, and he just sat him on a comeback route at about 15 yards. Really beautiful throw.
Sets up a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Handoff up the gut, goes nowhere. Maybe about to the 41-yard line. Run coming that time from Mikael Bird.
I like that. A lot of times teams will have, especially teams that run some tempo like that, they get a 1st down, they jump right back on the ball, and they'll run a little zone action like that. Try to pick up 5 or 6 yards right off the bat, catch the defense on their heels.
Davis only averages just
overload.
under 72 rush yards per game, so that'll be something to watch to see if they can establish something on the run, but they really like to go through the air. 2nd and 7, ball on the 42-yard line. Bessinger with a check down. Makayo's got the edge out to the 50, and they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 48-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Cool play design there. They started with quads right, and then they shifted 2 guys over, motioned a guy, and hit the back out left side. So they started overload right, ended up with the plays and overload left, and they had numbers. Great job blocking on the outside.
Letting our audience know our clock is unofficial. We'll try and keep it as close as possible, as well as the booth is a little unstable tonight. So if you notice a shaky camera, we will try and do the best we can to give you a pleasant experience. Handoff once again to Bird off the left side. He's going to take it to about the 45-yard line, about a gain of 2, and that'll set up about a 2nd and 7.
Little draw action there. Typically what that does, you want the linebackers to drop a step or 2, give your offensive linemen a little bit of an advantage, and they got a couple yards out of that.
So 3 straight run plays now for the Darts, something a little bit unusual that we haven't seen a lot of this season.
Yeah, it's a light box for sure. You got 4 guys in the box.
2nd and 5, Bird motioning. Now he's going to be on the right side of Bessinger. Another fake handoff. He's going to roll off. He's got a receiver. It's caught. Out to about the 34-yard line. Jackson Itaeahu, who averages almost 90 reception yards per game, has 10 TDs on the year. Great catch that time.
Really accurate with the ball on the run. And that's such a dangerous weapon because you can't really afford to flush him out because his guys are smart enough to find holes in the defense. This is a tough offense. There's that shift again.
1st and 10, ball on the 33-yard line. Motion by Sparrow, right to left. It's going to be a fake check down instead of forward pitch up the middle, gains just about 2 on play.
I think Davis's coaches are going to look at that. I know they run that same exact look a minute ago and ended up throwing the ball to the back out of the backfield because they had a numbers advantage. If they would have just thrown the ball to the back out of the backfield that time, they had another advantage there. But picked up 3 anyway. Sometimes those pop, those little underneath shovel passes.
Itaeahu, the ball carrier on that time, for a gain of 1. Sets up a 2nd and 9 as we go under 10 now here in the first period. Trips formation to the left, single receiver to the right. Now Mikhail's going to join that trips on the left. He's looking to go deep. He's got some receivers out there, and it is caught! Touchdown, Bodie Sparrow, and Davis on the board early with 6.
Oh, what a beautiful throw and a great route. Basically, they just went 4 verts, and they overloaded the Farmington defense. They'd seen that they were going to get a numbers advantage over there, and that time they sent everybody deep, and there was no way that Farmington was going to cover that. And That ball was perfectly in stride. What a great start for Davis.
Our first Henry Walker touchdown of the night. Henry Walker homes get you in your home faster with communities in Davis and Salt Lake counties. They provide the custom look you want with the craftsmanship of an experienced builder. They work together with you to ease your concerns. It's like you're part of their family. With mortgage promotions, they can get you in your dream home today. Visit them online at henrywalkerhomes.com. As we started this broadcast, we mentioned Bodie Sparrow has had a very impressive year. We mentioned this off air. He's number 8 in the country. In the country in interceptions, has 7 on defense. Averages 97.9 reception yards per game, and there is his 13th touchdown of the year in total. A very impressive football player for the away team tonight.
Yeah, it sounds like he's got some offers. He's top prospect probably in the state of Utah. He's a fantastic basketball player, too, and that's something we haven't really talked about. That, down the road, Davis is going to have to dig deep to figure out how to beat some of these really good teams from Region 3 in the state tournament. And these guys won a state basketball championship last year, and they know how to win in pressure situations. And so I'm excited to see how far Davis goes. Having grown up in northern Utah, it's nice to see the northern Utah teams when they've got talent like this and they're able to compete and win at the highest level.
Both of these teams had their fair share of playing those Region 3 teams in 6A this year. They loaded up their schedules in non-region play, but Davis, just 2 weeks ago, got the win on the road at American Fork, who just upset Lone Peak last week. And they also, like I mentioned last week, got a win against Syracuse. I mean, they have a very impressive resume, even without being in that stacked Region 3.
Yeah, they've beat, other than one game, they've looked really impressive, and that American Fork win looks even better now that we've seen where American Fork stands up in their region. So, Davis is going to be able to play with anyone, and now it's a matter of seeing if Farmington, if they can control some clock, burn a little time off, keep that offense of Davis on the sideline.
They've got a couple really good players on that side of the ball. It'll start, though, with senior quarterback Will Peterson in the backfield. He's going to motion Tanner Nielsen left to right. Gets the snap. Now he's going to roll out to his right. Check down to Tanner. He's got some room out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Nice little play there for first down.
Yeah, good job. Play action guy just went and stood kind of in the flat. And when the defense didn't come up field, Peterson did a nice job of finding him. It's a good start. 7 yards on first down. We'll see how much time they let burn off this clock, if that's something they're thinking about. We saw that a lot with American Fork last week. It doesn't look like these guys are thinking clock as much.
Early motion by the tight ends now going left to right. Peterson's got a quick slant out to Nielsen. Oh, he jukes a defender. He's got room out to the boundary. 40, 45, and a nice play there on first down sets him up near midfield.
A lot of cushion from the defensive backs for Davis. Good job again. Farmington just finding the open guy in the open spot and delivering the ball. Both of those balls hit right where you need the receiver to catch it.
Nielsen, an excellent wide receiver, being used early and often here in the first possession for the Phoenix.
You got man down here on the bottom with no safety help.
Snap in the backfield. It's going to be a wildcat formation. Kava up the gut, and Fiafia able to get out to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, really good start. 3 positive plays for Farmington. Moving the chains, running the ball, throwing the ball.
Yeah, we talked about Kava Fiafia in pregame. He has 4 receiving touchdowns, 4 rushing touchdowns, 8 passing touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So him and Bodie Sparrow are brothers from another mother, and they've got very similar stats. 2nd and 6 now, ball at the 48, as Peterson looks to get a different call.
Loaded box, 7 guys in the box defensively for Davis.
Look to be a blitz, instead it won't be. Nice pass in the flat, maybe gains a yard on the play. Reception that time made by the receiver.
Pass complete to Isaac York.
Isaac York on the outside.
I didn't catch the number of the Davis defender who came downhill like a truck. Oh, that was Bodie Sparrow. Holy cow. He laid some plastic on that hit.
Sets up a 3rd and 4. Peterson taking his time with these calls, as you mentioned. They're really wanting to run this clock out, and that's really, that's the go-to move, especially when you're an underdog on your own home field.
Yeah, that's smart football.
Here we go, delayed handoff up the middle. It's Drew Love, and he's just about a half yard short of the sticks. You have to think Farmington's got to go for this right here.
Yeah, I would expect so. We saw a lot of that with American Fork. Their coaches made decisions based on, hey, we got to win now. We got to take our chances, and we saw what it did for them. And look, Farmington, they beat a really good Fremont team last week. So, look, they've moved the ball down the field on Davis. This is a good start for Farmington.
So 4th and 1. It'll be a wildcat formation. It's Kava Fiafia in the backfield alongside Drew Love. They're going to be in the shotgun. Loaded line here for Davis. He's going to run off to his left. He's got room and blockers, and a first down for the Phoenix as they convert on 4th down.
Fantastic double team on the left side, 56. Easton Hunt just drove his guy backwards, straight backwards, double team with the tight end, and plenty of room to run there. And look, if Farmington's will win the line of scrimmage like they just did on that last play, they got a chance to win this football game.
1st and 10 now, ball at the Davis 37-yard line. Farmington moving the ball well. 2 receivers to the left and to the right. Motion by Fiafia is going to go behind the quarterback. And it's going to be a double pass going back over to Peterson. He's got blockers to the 30, to the 25-20, and out of bounds near the 15-yard line. Great play design that time by Farmington, all led by their offensive coordinator.
And from up here, we could see it happening as it happened. But the defenders on the field, they react to that first ball getting thrown, and a good job by the Farmington offensive line of getting out in front of the receiver. Big pickup. Look, they're pulling everything out. I love this. Deep into the playbook already here in the first quarter.
And it's catching the darts off guard as it sets up a first down at the 17-yard line. Single back handoff. It's going to be Love. Bounces off to his right. Shifty moves. Gets him down to about the 10-yard line. Drew Love, an excellent runner, averages almost 70 yards a game in the backfield.
Yeah, great feet, great vision. He was able to set the linebacker up that time by jump cutting into the hole and then back out to the right side. Got the linebacker caught up on a double team and able to pick up yards. That's a great start for Phoenix right now.
2 receivers to the right, tight end bunch to the left. Love in the backfield with Peterson. It's going to be another handoff, this time up the left. And he's got blockers and more. He's got a touchdown. And Farmington has just tied it in this offensive explosion here in the first quarter.
Man, that was a dominant drive for the Farmington offensive line. And typically when you see an offensive line that's that dominant early in a ball game, they're going to be dominant the whole ball game. Davis is going to have to change some things up front defensively.
Very interesting formation here for the point after, as what looked to be a 2-point try will now be into a PAT formation. And what a response by this Phoenix squad to get on the board early against the number 2 team in the state and their rival here on senior night. Kick is away, it's high, and it is good. We're all tied up here at 7 apiece.
Farmington, they're not scared.
It doesn't look like that at all.
They are out here playing hard, and they that last play, the touchdown there, I wish we had a replay of that. The offensive line, every single guy won his block, and the running back didn't get touched.
Our second Henry Walker touchdown of the evening, that time brought to you by Drew Love as he hit the end zone. A nice balance of play there. You didn't see a lot of deep throws. They really wanted to establish through medium and short yardage pass plays, and then they really just got the run game going there late in that possession.
Yeah, they started the series with a couple of throws underneath, just where there was holes in the defense, but then they started running the ball, and I think they realized that, look, our offensive line, they're winning. We're winning these double teams, and we're getting up onto the linebacker, and so they were patient, ran the football, ran 4 or 5 minutes, about 4 minutes off the clock there. So
now it's a matter of who can stop the other team on defense as the Darts get ready to get the ball back again. And it was really, once again, Bessinger and company through the air on a deep pass to Bodie Sparrow in the end zone. Another deep kick will be fumbled at the 1 yard line. It's got to be brought back out. There's blockers up ahead. And Davis will be tackled near the 12-yard line. Nice recovery that time by Farmington after Davis fumbles it on the kickoff return.
Hey, Smith with a good job wrapping up there. So it puts Davis back a little bit. So first series we saw Farmington in basically a straight cover 2 where they've got 2 safeties deep, but they weren't shifting to the overload side. And so we'll see if they change anything up, if Davis goes 4 to one side, if they do anything different.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 12. 5:36 remaining here in this first quarter. Traditional spread here. We got 3 receivers to the right. Motion now by Tyson Baggett. And it's going to be a handoff to Makayo. And a reverse going the other way. There's blockers, and he's going to go right up the middle. He's just trucking through defenders right now as they get out to about the 17-yard line. The receiver and runner that time looked to be Jackson Ita-Ahau.
You know, I think if he just stays outside, he had a wall. A lot of times as a receiver, if you get the ball on the run, sometimes you don't trust your blockers as much because you're not used to having blockers out in front of you. And so I think that time if he just dip steps and bounces it to the outside, he had a wall of blockers.
So 2nd and 5. Bessinger gets the snap. Now he's going to roll out to his left. He's going deep. It's a long pass, and it's over the head that time of Bodie Sparrow. Just too far out of bounds. Bodie couldn't catch that one.
Yeah, Farmington now, I think, sure, the defensive backs coach had a little talk with them. Do not let them behind you under any circumstances. And so they're playing it way off. That time there were only 2 receivers on that side on routes, and pretty good coverage from Farmington.
So here's another 3rd down for Davis, deep in their own territory, able to convert last go around on their first possession as the home student section gets rowdy.
And there's a run box again.
Bessinger's got a wide open receiver up the gut, and it looks to be Sparrow as he's tackled at the 25-yard line for a gain of 7 and a first down.
Good job of sitting down right in front of those safeties. Once he cleared those linebackers, he pushed it until the safeties turned their hips. He sat it down. Once again, Bessinger with a really accurate throw.
He averages 76% completion rate on the season, which is just a really impressive stat line. Just threw his 36th touchdown of the year and only 2 picks.
Yeah, those are elite numbers. Maybe some of the best of all time.
A motion by Tyson. Now it's going to be a screen over to him on the left side. He's got nothing but grass. Bounces out to the 40 and tackled at the 41-yard line. Both of these offensive play callers going creative here in this first quarter.
Yeah, that was a counter tray play action, so they faked one way, they faked the other way. He pulled it, and nobody from the Farmington defense out there. They had a ton of blocking in front. Good pickup.
Bessinger looking to pass. Going on an out route near the 49, and it's incomplete. Once again, too far on the sideline for his intended receiver.
Trying to find that soft spot in cover 2, but didn't have anybody in the flat, so that corner was able to drop into that comeback route at 10 yards.
So it'll set up a 2nd and 10. Once again, Farmington looking to just keep everything in front of them as they failed to do so on the last possession, allowing for a big touchdown from Sparrow. Trips right, 1 receiver to the left. Delayed handoff, and Bird is met in the backfield, and he is brought down by Easton, Hunt, and company back at their own 39-yard line.
Bird brought down in the backfield.
Both lines of scrimmage have been dominated thus far by Farmington. I mean, they've got 5 guys in the box. You're thinking you got to run the ball, and then they run the ball, and they get they lose 2 yards. So Farmington, their bigs have come to play tonight.
Hunt on the wrap-up that time. He's top 15 in 6A here in Utah in tackles, 2nd on his team in tackles per game, as well as a sack on the season. So another 3rd down, now 3rd and 13. A rollout for Bessinger. He's got max protection. He's looking to go deep, can't find a guy. He's able to evade some tacklers. He's going to run it himself. A spin move out to the 46-yard line, but not enough for our first down. So great coverage that time by the Phoenix. Sets up a 4th down.
Interesting to see the mindset of the Davis coaches if they decide to go for it here or if they're too far in their own. Yep, they're in their own territory. They're going to punt the ball.
So a nice force for a punt by Farmington early on, and this is an offense that is very hard to stop. I mean, gaudy numbers, especially through the air, and the Phoenix now have forced them to punt the ball away from their own side of the field.
Davis kind of went from an empty formation look that first series to some two-back on this series with only a couple of guys in routes and just not as effective against that deep zone coverage.
Beautiful punt, caught that time at the 10, taken out near the 25-yard line. So a nice return that time by Chase Hamblin, the senior wide receiver. It'll set up Farmington in decent field position at the 24-yard line. So they had a really good first possession on offense. It'll be interesting to see how they respond now with the second go-around.
Well, the offensive line for Farmington dominated that first drive. So if they can sustain that dominance up front, it's going to be tough to stop them.
So here's Will Peterson in the backfield. Two receivers to his left, one to his right, running back behind him. Handoff up the gut. It's going to be Drew Love as he gains about 4 on the play up to about the 29-yard line.
Zone blocking. Everybody steps right, drives downhill. Good eyes, really good jump cut ability by Farmington. Gets into the hole and sees where that linebacker is. He's able to dip his shoulders and picks up a couple of extra yards every time he's touched it so far tonight.
2nd and 6, ball at their own 28-yard line. 4 rushing. Love's got room and more. Nice spin move out to the 42-yard line, and Drew Love is taking names right now as he is just finding open grass up the middle.
I'm just incredibly impressed with this Farmington offensive line. They're just dominant.
1st and 10 now, ball at their own 41-yard line. And they've been able to ground and pound since the end of their first possession, controlling the line of scrimmages and the trenches. Motion now by the tight ends, right to left.
Well, they got a numbers advantage left.
They're going for a quick pass, but it's broken up. Actually, he gets the pass off for a quick slant, so it's caught for a gain of 5. I thought that one was blown up, but Kava Fiafia able to get a nice reception.
Holy cow. I thought that was a pick 6 when he threw it. I thought there's no way, falling away, throwing back into. Got lucky there. Good job picking up yards, really. I mean, they made something out of nothing right there. And sometimes in a game like this, just like in a golf match, you got to get lucky once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
To get a good score, to post a good score. Sometimes to win a game, you got to get a little bit lucky.
2nd and 6 now at the 45. Peterson surveying the defense. He's going to hand it off to Love once again up that left side. He's got blockers and enters Davis territory for a first down as he reaches the 48.
Yeah, once again, they're running duo where they're just taking double teams and driving their guys backwards. Davis's linebackers haven't been able to come off because as soon as they start getting drive, the offensive line for Farmington comes off the block, gets to the linebackers, and, man, they're just running the ball down their throat.
So that'll do it for our first quarter. It's Davis and Farmington here in the backyard battle, tied at 7 going into the second here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Welcome back to Farmington High School here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As we remind you, this game is brought to you by Black Flag. It can be grueling to do the same work out over and over, let alone fitting it in with your other responsibilities. Black Flag Gym in Kaysville offers different programs like Open Gym, X-Fit, Pivot, and Circuit Training to keep your workouts fresh and keep pushing you to new limits. They even offer daycare for those busy taking care of kids. Visit them at 457 West Deseret Drive or online at blkflg.com/gym to get your first month for just $1. So here's Farmington now in Davis territory. It's going to be another handoff to Love, this time off the right gut. He's able to cut it back. Gets to about the 46-yard line before he's driven back by that second unit of the Darts.
Again, they're just double teaming the nose guard, getting a good push on both right side and left side, picking up yards, and he's gonna, he's got the ability to break some tackles. I mean, he's got the speed. Drew Love, he's probably, I wouldn't be surprised to see him break one.
Got 92 rush yards last week as well as 33 through the air. Very impressive performance here in this first half. Peterson now looking to pass. He's looking to go deep. He's got a receiver wide open. It's Nielsen at the 30 and out of bounds inside the 25. Farmington now using that dominance through the run game to open things up through the air.
That's a great pass concept. You send your outside receiver deep, you clear out the deep zone, and then you pull your back out on a little swing route, which brings the corner up, and there's a big void right there, that zone defense. Farmington able to find it, driving again.
And taking their time per usual. They want to make sure they're getting these calls right, and they are doing a very good job here in their first 2 possessions.
Empty.
Trips left, 2 to the right. Peterson looking to pass. He's going to roll out to his right. He's pressured, and he's going to throw that one away. Great coverage that time by Johnny Parker, the junior defensive lineman, who is also tied second on his team in tackles per game.
That's a tough formation when you're an empty and you send 2 guys all the way to the opposite numbers from the hash that you're on. It's tough to have those guys in play, and so it's a little easier for the defense to play the middle of the field when you're in that type of formation.
Parker's also a scary defensive player because he has 5.5 sacks on the season. So if Peterson's back there, I'm sure I'd be throwing it away just as much as he would. Motion by the tight ends right to left. Looking to pass. He was going for a quick slant. Now he finds Nielsen. Spin move. And he's down near the 21-yard line as he's met by 4 darts.
Pass complete to Tanner Nielsen.
Good job defensively for Davis there. A couple of passes. They're getting away a little bit from the run game. They did have, it almost looked like that was an option pass where he could have either gone left with a screen or right with that quick slant. I think he saw that defender playing off the ball, came down to the slant. But had he gone left to his back, he had 3 linemen in front of him. So maybe we'll see that again.
So now it's 3rd and 7. They're in field goal territory. Peterson gets the snap, looking to go on an out route, and it is incomplete, intended that time for Chase Hamblin. And so that'll set up a field goal opportunity for Jackson Bainan, who is almost top 10 in the state in field goals made. He also hit a game winner when they went up to Idaho, back in Coach Fiafia's old stomping grounds as a player.
Well, that says a lot about a kicker. If you kick a game winner, it says a lot about your ability to perform under pressure. We had kickers of all kinds, and, man, some of them couldn't kick it through the uprights.
39-yarder dead center down the field, and it is through the pipes and in. And Farmington takes their first lead of the game at 10-7.
Another nice job by Farmington on that drive. But once they got down inside the 30, they went away from the run game. And really, their offensive line has been so dominant all the way across the front. There's been maybe 2 times that a Davis defensive lineman has beat his blocker and gotten into the backfield, but otherwise Farmington's really dominated the offensive line of scrimmage. And so I would expect that they're gonna say, all right, look, pound the ball. But still, they came up with 3 points. They're up, and they kept Davis off the field.
Darts had to punt the ball their last go-around. They were able to get a first down conversion, but they couldn't get it past midfield. It just seemed like while Bessinger had time in the backfield, just couldn't find any open receivers. What do you think is the message as they get back on the field for another go at it?
Well, I think you're going to see him back out, spread all the way out into empty. Let Bessinger kind of move around in the pocket. We've seen he's really good on the move, throwing the ball. I would expect that you're probably going to see a little bit more of a wide open spread field this time down.
So Farmington will kick it off as we near 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Davis looking deep to return, and it'll go out of the back of the end zone. So the Darts will start at their own 20. Davis, an impressive 6-1 record as they've beaten 2 different top 15 teams in the state. After this, they go on the road to Layton and finish at home versus Weber. So really, this is their most difficult test remaining in the regular season.
They're going to kill Layton. Pains me to say that, being a Lancer myself, but this is really their test. And you want to be sharp. You want to do your very best in a game that obviously Farmington was up for. Important for them to match that intensity level here. Let's see if they can't move the ball down the field a little bit better this time around.
There's that empty you were mentioning. 3 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Bessinger looking to throw. It's a quick pass up the middle, and a nice move by Bodie Sparrows. He goes out to the 33-yard line for a first down.
See, BYU runs that play a lot. You get a defense that just drops everybody hard. You tell everybody, just go block your guy. By the time you get to your defender at 10 yards, we'll have the ball in behind you. Will not drag.
Going hurry up now. Bessinger, hand off to Jackson. He cuts it back up to the left, and he is taken down near the 35-yard line for a gain of 2.
And that kind of looks like that's their base play after a long first down. They get on the ball, run a quick zone, inside run. Farmington's done a good job of stopping Davis's run game.
2nd and 8, ball on the 35-yard line. Bessinger coming to make the call in. Boise State commit in at quarterback, and they've got an impressive one up in Idaho coming in next year.
It reminds me a little bit of Ammon Olson, who played for Alta back in 08 when we took state championship. Big, strong.
Delayed handoff up the gut as Jackson gets it out to the 44-yard line for another first down for the Darts. So now the Darts are actually starting to establish a ground game for a team that doesn't even average 80 yards on the ground.
Well, and you got 5 guys in the box. They're running downhill. A little bit of a delayed handoff there on a draw, and it gave those linebackers time to drop a little bit. So
Bessinger looking to throw. He's got time. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got Sparrow once again, and it's caught in stride as he walks in for another 6.
Man, they weren't behind for long. What a great throw and a great catch. He threw it to space, and Sparrow just outran everybody.
Once again, it's that post route up the middle. He can just find green grass whenever he gets on the run. The Darts retake the lead at 13-10. What a response by the road squad.
Yeah, he brought Sparrow all the way from the opposite side of the field, threw him open into the end zone. It really, that's tough to defend when it's off script and there's pressure and he scrambles a little bit. It's just a little different feel when you've got a guy that could get off schedule and still make great throws like Bessinger can.
That's our second Henry Walker touchdown from Davis for the night. Henry Walker Homes gets you in your home faster. With communities in Davis and Salt Lake counties, they provide the custom look you want with the craftsmanship of an experienced builder. They work together with you to ease your concerns. It's like you're part of their family. With mortgage promotions, they can get you in your dream home today. Visit them online at henrywalkerhomes.com. So we talked about Davis not getting a lot of those deep passes on their last go-around when they had to punt, and Bodie Sparrow's just been making sure that they get those deep plays in tonight.
Well, they went back to the empty set, which spreads out those zones, opens those deep zones up, and a lot of times, even if you've got 3 guys dropping deep, there's 2 open zones that you can attack if you've got the time to get there. And when, they just rushed 3 that time, he starts to scramble a little bit, linebackers come up, and Sparrow keeps running to the deep corner. So I think we're going to see Davis keeping it spread out. They ran the ball a couple of times nice out of that, against that light box that Farmington gave them that last time around. So
kickoff will be short and returnable. Here's Love at the 5. He's got blockers. Spin moves up ahead. He's still on his feet, able to get it out to the 27-yard line. And if he stays up on that, he might have returned it for 6.
Yeah, what a great athlete. Great vision again there, coming downhill hard. You always love your kick returners to go north and south. Just find one, make one cut and go. And he did a good job there of finding that hole and that cut.
Drew Love has been a centerpiece here for this Farmington offense after that kickoff return. As we've been mentioning, they've been able to run the ball very effectively. And that opened up some pass plays on that last go-round. So let's see how the offensive play calling response here in their third go.
I expect we're going to see a little bit more run. Different defensive look now from Davis.
Peterson in the backfield, 1st and 10. Gets the snap, and we've got Laundry. Looks to be a false start against the offense. Actually, delay of game, excuse me.
Oh.
And you just hate to see that. I mean, not a lot of penalties so far in this game, which is good to see. A pretty clean game, but especially when you're trying to mount a comeback as an underdog, that really sets you back momentum-wise.
Yeah, but as well as they've run the ball, we'll see. You know, we've got a 40 front now, so 4 down linemen or 4 defensive linemen and 4 linebackers walked up.
Here's a handoff left side. Nice cut by Love once again. Super shifty as he gets back out to the 30-yard line for a gain of 7.
Yeah, that's big time. 7 yards against the stacked line. That just tells you that Farmington's doing a fantastic job with their offensive line, staying on their blocks, maintaining their blocks, and changing the line of scrimmage. I mean, there's been times where the line of scrimmage is 3 yards deeper than where they started.
It'll set up a 2nd 8 at the 30. There's another handoff for Love. He goes right at the gut once again. Gain of 5 as he gets out to the 35. I mean, from up here in the booth, it looks like he shouldn't be gaining maybe more than 2, but somehow he's weaving his way through that defense.
Well, and again, those offensive linemen, they're maintaining their blocks, they're keeping their feet moving, and it gives him a chance to find a hole, in spite of the fact that Davis has loaded the box up.
Sets up a 3rd and short. Same formation as we've been seeing on these last 2 plays. Now a motion by the tight end. Handoff left side. Here's Love once again. And he is met this time by the defense near the line of scrimmage. Our first response by the Darts. And what a job that time as they were led by Caden Montgomery, the captain.
Came downhill, made a really fantastic, shed his block nicely, wrapped up. A lot of times, you know, you're there, you make a great play, you don't wrap up, he wraps up, makes a great play. And I'm actually surprised Farmington's not going for this, as dominant as they've been against Davis's defensive line, but a good stop for the Darts.
So Bainan will punt this one away, his first of the night. As we may experience some weather, we've got a couple flashes of lightning that were pretty dramatic. Bainan's going to roll out, and we've got a timeout. We had a member of the Farmington. Oh no! It looks like we might have a delay of game.
Oh, they're calling it because we're gonna have a lightning delay.
So we will experience a lightning delay due to the flashes that we experienced on the far side. We will keep you updated on when we can return. We will keep this stream open as long as we can, as long as the weather doesn't go after our equipment. So it's 14:10 as we head into a lightning delay. Soon to come back here with the Phoenix and the Darts. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to those of you who stayed with us throughout that weather delay that lasted about an hour. Nate Thatcher alongside Dave Harrison as we get ready for remainder of second quarter action here between Farmington and Davis. Before we went to the weather delay, Dave, we did see Davis storm back to take a 14-10 lead thanks to the second touchdown connection between Bodie Sparrow and Trayden Bessinger. Farmington was just about to get the ball back and get things rolling. But what were your overall assessments from both of these squads in that first and second quarter?
Well, it really feels like they've both found their rhythm offensively. I mean, Farmington did stop Davis on one possession when Davis went into a 2-back formation on 3 of the plays. But once they came back out and empty, they were able to find those holes in that deep zone. Gave them a little time in the pocket to let Bodie get open. Boy, that's a special duo, that pair.
So things will begin right where we left off before lightning stroke here at Farmington.
Big series here for Farmington. I'd like to see them continue to run the ball. I know it looks like Davis is going to stack the box.
A reminder, it was a 4th and 1, and they were about to punt it. That's what it was. Now they're going to go for it here coming out of the weather delay. So it's going to be Kava Fiafia and the Wildcat on a fake snap. And I wonder if they're just going to try and get them offsides here. Looks like they will as they call the timeout here. And that will be our first command timeout of the evening. First Command is committed to making sure those who have sacrificed for our country are taken care of. Their customized planning will help you meet your financial needs while saving for the future and protecting against the unknowns. Actually, it looks like maybe they didn't call a timeout.
Well, they did just a quick timeout, but they just wanted to make sure they were setting the play that they saw the defense.
Okay, so here we go. 4th and 1. Fiafia and the Wildcat goes, and he makes it past the line to gain First down, Farmington, and what a response coming out of an hour delay in the locker room.
Yeah, that's a nice momentum boost right there for Farmington. This is a big drive. I know we're not going to actually have a halftime, it sounds like, that we're going to continue playing, but, you know, to end this second quarter, it's important for them to get all the way down the field and get in the end zone.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line as Farmington looks to take back the lead that they gained control of here early in the second. Hand off to Drew Love. Oh, he's met in the backfield, but somehow he weaves his way past defenders and gains 3 or 4 out of that. Unbelievable play.
Yeah, fantastic. Missing the defensive end on the top side who came in, beat his blocker. It's kind of the first time we've really seen the defensive line from Davis get much penetration.
So 2nd and 7, ball on the 42-yard line. Drew Love has been the player to watch here for Farmington on the offense here in this first half. And they've run a similar formation all game. Here he is going off. Can't weave his way past those darts up front. Led that time by Montgomery, but it looks like we have a flag. Might be a face mask penalty in the backfield.
Davis has come out of the locker room much better defensively up front. They've had they did give up the first down on 4th and 1, but 2 good stops here defensively. Now it looks like
so that penalty will add 15 more yards, give the Phoenix a first down. We mentioned right before we went off the air to the weather delay, we've actually had a pretty clean game penalties-wise, and I believe the only flag we had was for the delay of game before they actually realized it was a weather delay.
Yeah, it's such a pleasure to watch a game without flags. Whatever the NFL game was last night was just brutal.
49ers and Rams,
flags every single play. All right, we'll see if Farmington continues pushing the ball up the field. Davis is really tight their defense down. They've got 7 in the box, 8 really.
2 receivers to the left, and it'll be a handoff up the left that'll go up the gut and nowhere. Once again, who else? It's Montgomery and company just right at that defensive line, stopping Love after a gain of 1.
Handoff to Drew Love. Gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, Montgomery's come to play here after this delay. He's been in the backfield every play.
Sets up a 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line as we reach the 5 minutes remaining here in the second. Like Dave said, we won't have a halftime, so we'll head straight into the third quarter once these 5 minutes are up.
Back into their 3-3 stack. This is what Farmington's been able to run the ball against.
Motion by Burton off to the left, so he's got 3 receivers now on his left side. Peterson's going to step up, spins out of a tackle, but then he's dropped for a loss on our first sack of the evening. Nice wrap up by who else but Bodie Sparrow.
He's everywhere. What a ball player. Yeah, Davis has come out with a completely different attitude defensively, and you know what we thought that whole first part of the ball game with Farmington just pounding the ball down the field. Davis's defensive line has changed their mentality, and you can see that things have changed for them. So Farmington's going to have to step it up themselves. I mean, they're going to have to match the intensity.
Ref stopping play for a substitution. Montgomery coming out. It looks like he's dealing with something, with his helmet?
Now's when you want to run the ball. He's out of the ball game.
Yeah, it's a 3rd and 14.
Oh, never mind.
The run has been successful. Here's a motion by Fia. Now he's going to run back the other way. Fake handoff and a fake check down. Peterson's going down the middle for Nielsen, but nobody's there. But we do have a second flag that looks to have been thrown near the intended receiver.
Pass intended for.
Actually, no. My eyes deceive me. No flag.
Pass intended for Gavin Burton.
So that'll be a 4th down. Nice stop by Davis there coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, especially after they gave up the 4th and 1. Felt like Farmington still had some momentum, but Montgomery stepped it up and made a couple of nice plays there to kind of change the tone of the game.
So here's the punt by Bainan. It's a high one, and it's going to be fair caught near the 10-yard line, and that is where the darts will start with Bessinger again. So they went 2 for 3 in their first 3 possessions. Obviously, with those 2 deep passes to Bodie Sparrow, what are you looking for in this drive with about just under 4 to go?
I think same thing. I don't think they're looking at this like, hey, we want to run some clock and score right at the end of the half. I think they're looking at it like, let's go down and score. We're going to attack those deep holes if they're there, and if not, we're going to go for some intermediary routes because we've seen the Phoenix dropped pretty deep, so there's some holes there at 10, 15 yards.
Empty set for Bessinger. 2 receivers to his right and 3 to his left. Got a multitude of options as he goes for a quick screen pass on the far side. And it looks like Jackson's able to get about 5 yards on the play.
And I can't see the number of the wide receiver that was blocking out there. But I'm telling you what, that play happens because he does his job. And he closed the gap. He got contact on that defensive back, stayed in contact with him, and that's a nice 5-yard pickup.
Tyson Baggett with the block that time. So that'll be a 2nd and 5 now at the 15. Fake handoff. Going for a quick slant. The ball is tipped up and incomplete. Very dangerous tip that time. Farmington could have stolen that one away. Sets up a 3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5.
Yeah, he just looked like he was going to do the play action where he tried to bring that linebacker in closer to the line of scrimmage and open up that hole behind him. But Farmington broke on that really well.
So this will be the third down of the evening for Davis. They've been 2 for 3 so far. Tighter formation than we've seen from them tonight. Early motion by Baggett. Here's the snap.
Going
to go the other route. Here's Micaiah Bird, who is able to stick down a couple of defenders as he gets out to the 27-yard line. Wow, what a physical run that time by the senior.
Really good job. They ran him out of the backfield. They motioned the other way before the snap happened, and then the 2 receivers on this short side ran slant routes, which pulled the defense in. Caused a little bit of interference for that linebacker trying to come out to cover him. He made a nice throw, a good pickup, good play call there for Davis.
Gets the ball out to the 28-yard line, so now they've got some room to work with here on their own side of the field. They once again go empty. Bessinger with a 3-snap clap. He's rolling to his right as he's pressured from behind. He's asking for an audible downfield. He won't get it, but he'll gain about 4 yards on the rush.
Davis has done a really good job in the scramble drill so far tonight. And that time they really didn't have anybody go to that intermediary hole because there was a big hole at about 15 yards. Bessinger tried to hold it as long as he could, but still picked up 5 yards. And I would expect that at some point, the way that Farmington's playing their defense, they're going to run an empty quarterback draw, and he's going to run for 20 yards.
So Bird in the backfield with Bessinger on this go-around. He'll line up to his left. 2 receivers on either side for number 4. He's going to go with an out route that's caught by Sparrow at the 40. He's got room to work with. Jukes 2 defenders. Spin moves around to 3rd and somehow gets his way out to the 47-yard line for another 1st down. Bodie Sparrow continuing his impressive first half.
A lot of fun to watch him play. He catches the ball, makes 2 or 3 guys miss in really tight space. Really quick starts and stops really well.
Motion by Baggett going left to right. It'll be a wheel route, but it's broken up. They said it was a forward pass, incomplete that time as Bird couldn't corral it. Sets up a 2nd and 10.
I really love this screen game that Davis has where they send guys out, block downfield, and the receivers do a fantastic job of doing that. If he completes that pass, he's running for days.
Lots of time remaining here for the Darts.
Yeah, this screen game is a good answer for teams that drop everybody deep to try and take away that over-the-top stuff, and they do a nice job running that.
So Bessinger going empty once again. Now he goes with a nice pass down low to Sparrow. Once again running around, gets a 1st down out to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, that's almost not fair. They're in cover 2 man, and they got some safety or linebacker trying to cover Sparrow, and Sparrow just runs away from him. He runs a little drag route aims right at the feet of the defensive line, and everybody drops. It's easy catch and throw.
So another 1st down here for the Darts. Play action pass. Bessinger rolls out to his left. Caught up the gut. Wide open at the 25-yard line. Nice reception by Tyson Baggett as he gets on the board as a wide receiver.
Really good job of that time sitting it down in front of those deep safeties, finding that intermediary hole. And again, Bessinger, man, he's got a nice arm. Puts that right on the money.
So here we go as we hit about a minute to go here in this first half. Stacked receivers to his right. It's going to actually be a wildcat, it looks like. And Jackson's going to go on a fake pass. Wide open is Bird, and he couldn't corral it again. It was an underthrown ball, but he had an opportunity there at the 10. That could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, really cool play there. He play actions it to the back, who ends up running the rail route down the sideline, just unable to complete it.
Itaeahu was the quarterback on that play. And both of these teams so far on offense have been able to spread the love in terms of play calling. They've been going deep in the books here.
I love the way Davis is attacking this defense. They have an answer if they drop deep. They run those receiver screens really well because their guys block. They hit the underneath stuff, and they go over the top. I mean, they really do a good job.
Bessinger takes it himself. Got it at the 20, jukes back to the 16. Close to first down yardage, so that time doesn't see anything open on his first read and takes it himself. And it looks like we have a timeout taken by the Darts.
Good job that time. Bessinger keeps his eyes downfield. Everybody drops. He sees 7-8 yards he can pick up. He's a good enough athlete. He can run down the middle of the field, make a guy miss. And anytime you see a defense that is that light in the middle, it looks like they're telling us something about the Lightning again.
Yeah, we've had some other big flashes that have just hit up here. Let's see how it goes if we have another delay here.
Welcome in to Farmington High School. Dane Stewart here with you as we resume the game. Davis, Farmington, a game that started on Friday night. 14-10 your score, Davis leading Farmington. And we're going to pick up 28 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Then there will be essentially, no real halftime. We'll dive right into the third. They've had an overnight halftime, and the longest halftime they'll ever enjoy in their lives. It'll be Davis to start on this Saturday afternoon as we are back ready to go here. It is 1st and 10 for the Darts at the Farmington 12-yard line. This is Itaeahu working to the right. Inside the 10 as he's pushed out of bounds there by Tanner Nielsen. We talk about these two teams and the battle for the chain here at Farmington High School. And we talked about the 14-10. Davis started the game up 7-0. Farmington with a 10-0 run. And then Davis scoring the last touchdown, looking for late points here in this first half as Itaeahu got out of bounds there. So the clock stopped with 14 seconds left. Our clock, we will not be updating that given the weather here, as this will be Bessinger now under center. He's got Itaeahu in the backfield with him. Oh, and that ball fumbled. Bessinger had to get on it. And Davis here going to have to take a timeout with 9 seconds left. That's one of the things that will be interesting. The rain's still coming down. There is no thunder and lightning, so that's a good thing for all of us. But the rain coming down, the field, you'll notice pockets of just wetness sitting on the turf here. It is still extremely wet. I want to remind you, this timeout, Davis timeout, brought to you by Henry Walker Homes. They get you in your home faster. And with communities in Davis and Salt Lake counties, they provide the custom look you want with the craftsmanship of an experienced builder. They work together with you to ease your concerns. It's like you're part of their family. With mortgage promotions, Henry Walker Homes can get you in your dream home today. Visit them online at henrywalkerhomes.com. Want to thank Henry Walker Homes for their sponsorship of Davis High Football. And as always, Davis High Football on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by Black Flag. Visit them online at blkflg.com to learn more about how they can help you with your energy, your physical health, all sorts of great options, including a gym in Kaysville for those really active. 3rd and 6 here for the Darts. 9 seconds to go here. Bessinger in the shotgun. Has Bird lined up to his left. Trips to the bottom of the formation. And Bessinger rolling to his left. Looking, running out of time. Looking for the end zone. Knocked incomplete. And there was Kavita Fiafia, the junior safety, able to knock it up, and it will be 4th down here with 3 to play in the second quarter. I'll tell you, when I was walking in the stadium, Farmington came out. They got a lot of energy on their sideline. They pleased with that third down stop, and it will bring up a 25-yard field goal try here for the Darts. Luke Jolly from just inside that right hash. The kick is up, and it is no good. So Davis cannot finish off the drive. And at the end of our second quarter, the score remains 14-10. Davis leading, and it will be Farmington ready to receive this kickoff as we will get ready to go right into our third quarter. As a squib kick here rolls down, picked up around the 10. Farmington, boy, popped. What a hit on special teams by the Davis Darts. Was that Sparrow? I think it was. Bodie with a little special teams play for us there. So Farmington will start at their own 17-yard line. 14-10. And Peterson. I was fearful I would do that. History coming back to bite Dane there. 1st and 10 for the senior quarterback, Will Peterson. And this Farmington offense. And they will, boy, that snap a little high, having to retrieve. That ball still loose, and I think Davis is on it. Yes, they are. The Davis Darts coming up with the turnover to start this third quarter, and they will be right back inside the 10-yard line. Boy, we talked about the slippery conditions, and I was curious how these offenses would try to approach it. We've seen them both go in shotgun. Remember, Trayton Bessinger, when he was under center, kind of had the one set that got away from him. He was able to get back on it, but you see that snap a little high, tough to handle with the wetness. And Davis now has it 1st and goal at the 7. Just 10 seconds into our third quarter here. Bessinger under center, and we've got timeout here going to be taken. A Henry Walker Holmes timeout taken, boy, immediately in this third quarter. Talk about other action in Region 1. Syracuse and Weaver, that was another game that was delayed from Friday night. That will be caught up again here today, and it's part of what will make the outcome of this and that really quite important as Davis tries to remain undefeated in region play and keep a lead, which they've established in the early part of Region 1. Of course, had a chance to talk with the Darts last week with Trayton Bessinger and Bodie Sparrow and Jackson Itaiahau, and could hear their excitement in this game, the chain game and the rivalry here between these two. A lot of familiarity with these two programs. Farmington still being a relatively new program and being split off of Davis. All of these kids haven't played together growing up. Now playing against each other. So out of that Davis timeout, 1st down. They will run. Jackson trying to get to the edge, cuts inside in the 5, and is he down? Yes, brought down at the 1. Great read there by Itaiahau. As you can see, he wasn't going to get that edge, so cuts in, uses his athleticism, and I love the physicality there as well. And that's one of the things for this Davis team. Their physicality has been underrated. It's been fantastic. We saw it last week. We saw it there on that play. 2nd and goal from the 1. Bessinger handing off. Itaiahau looking ahead. Touchdown, Davis. Couple runs for Jackson Itaiahau, and Davis with the great response here off of that turnover. As a point after try coming up here. This one is up, and that one is good. So good start for Davis. They couldn't capitalize to close out the second quarter, but the turnover lets them capitalize here in the third. 21-10, the Darts out in front. And of course, it's wet not ideal conditions. We power through it, but we even make mistakes in these conditions. My apologies. I said Henry Walker was sponsoring our timeouts. They're sponsoring our touchdown. So we gave them the read during the timeout, so we're going to give First Command our read during this touchdown. As First Command is committed to making sure those who have sacrificed for our country are taken care of. Their customized planning will help you meet your financial needs while saving for the future and protecting against the unknowns. They can meet with you in person, virtually, or visit them online at firstcommand.com to set up your appointment with one of their 9 agents today. First Command sponsoring our timeouts, but since we missed that one, I want to thank them for their sponsorship of Davis High football and the Henry Walker Holmes touchdown. 21-10, 11:22 to play here in this third quarter. Davis to kick off again. They squibbed it to start this third quarter. And this one just caught out of the air at the 35. We'll take a knee. So Farmington, the offense coming back out on the field here. Had the fumble on the last drive off of the snap, and Peterson going to try to help get his team refocused here offensively. Drew Love be in the backfield here on first down. Peterson under center. He'll hand off. Love looking for that lane up the middle. Takes this ahead. Gain of about 5 on the run there by Drew. Senior running back, one of the, is the top rusher on the season for Farmington. Just under 5 yards a carry for this Phoenix offense. As Peterson back under center here on second down, will hand off. And Love able to bounce off a couple tackles ahead for a first down across midfield. Boy, great job sticking with that there by Drew Love. Would not go down to the backfield, and it's a first down for Farmington. So the Phoenix now across midfield. Peterson back under center. Figure we'll probably see this a lot the remainder of the game. Is again a sure handoff. Love looking right side, high hit, and able to get through that. Bodie Sparrow coming up. There's nothing illegal about that. Is Love able to take it ahead. Gain there of about 6 on the carry. And you can see what a good run on the first down does for you. Set you up in a situation where you got a couple opportunities to get minimal yardage. Mentioned the rain, which is coming in right to left on your screen. It's also the direction of the wind. And so Farmington going into it will hand off again. Love helping push his lineman ahead. And he'll get a tough 1 yard.
Love back over the 40-yard line by Ethan Lockwood.
As we talk about this rivalry, you saw a couple players there continuing on. 3rd and 2 now for the Phoenix. That ball fumbled. It's still on the turf. And is Davis? No, I don't think Davis is. I think Farmington got there. It was Kava Fiafia coming up with it for Farmington. And that will be enough to give him a first down. I'm a little uncertain here. I was thinking a fumble by the offense couldn't be advanced, that it should actually be spotted where the fumble occurred, which if that's the case should be, I would think, back at the line of scrimmage. But again, I may have that rule incorrect. That's how I thought I understood it. And now the officials here coming together, and I think I think it might be for that discussion. That is, it was explained to me, a rule change for this year. And yeah, our white hat saying it is a first down. So I must have that wrong. My apologies. Well, it looked like it might have been Cooper Harson that kind of saw that ball, tried to dive on it for Davis, but he's got a hand in the cast. Probably didn't make that easy for him to come up with that fumble. And Farmington able to get back on it here to maintain possession and pick up the first. On first down, they'll go with Love again. Looking right side, not much there. Great pursuit by the Darts. And we just talked about Harson. He came in from the outside linebacker position, really kind of ate up the blocks and let a couple of other Darts come in. I think it was Parker and maybe Brown both in on that stop for the Darts. We saw Johnny Parker last week, and that win over Syracuse, he was fantastic. 6'2", 200-pound junior. Moved to the edge of that defense. He's really coming along. Coach Peary loves what he's seeing from that young man. 2nd and 9. As that clock moving, almost 7.5 left here in this third quarter. As Love looking right side. Good blocking downfield is talking about Emmett Bowcut, the junior for Farmington. Just got hands on. Good push, allows Love to surge ahead on what was a 2nd and 9, picked up 7 on that play. We'll bring up a 3rd and short here for Farmington. Both student section showed out for this Saturday afternoon game. It's Farmington, oh look out. Boy, how about that surge? Coming right up the middle was Johnny Parker. We talked about him earlier. Boy, he burst through that block, really messed up the timing of it. Nowhere for Love to go, and now it's a 4th and 4 here for Farmington. And Coach David Fiafia, we'll see what he elects to do here. I would imagine you go for it. Again, you're into the wind. Too long for a field goal. Punt probably doesn't do you a ton, and that looks like exactly what they'll do. They've ran to the bottom of the field regularly on this drive. The strong side looks to be up top is Love, able to surge ahead. He is close. I think he got it. Yes, he did. 4th and 4. They stay on the ground. That offensive line of Farmington able to get the push they needed. And that allows Drew Love to pick it up for the Phoenix. The drive will continue as we approach the midway point here in this third quarter. 6 minutes to go. And a 1st and 10 for Farmington. A drive that's really important for the Phoenix. As down here, 2 possessions again into the wind. If they capitalize here, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chance in the 4th as a fumbled snap. And they're going to have to eat this. I think it was Kava Fiafia who came in on that play and could not cleanly take care of the snap. And it's a loss of 4 on the play for Farmington. And you can see just how difficult it is with these conditions. A couple players here with the snap having to do the best they can. On 2nd down, Love. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. And not a lot of room to go as bursting in there was Bridger Young, one of those Davis linebackers, to limit it to no gain. Will be a 3rd and 14 now for Farmington. Long drive for the Phoenix. They got the ball with about 11:40. A little screen pass that was dropped incomplete will be the call. And so that'll bring up a 4th down now. Stop the clock, 4:24 to go. It's been a 7-minute drive for Farmington, and on a possession where you're going into the wind and into the rain, you got to feel good that you've taken that much time off and not allowed Davis have the wind at their backs for their offense, but a big 4th down here, and see what Coach Fiafia likes to do. And we're going to get a timeout now taken by Farmington. So timeout here by the Phoenix. 21-10. Davis with the lead. And we'll be right back here with a 4th down for the Phoenix. 4th down. And Farmington having to get to the 18-yard line here to pick this up. Peterson under center, motion here by Nielsen. They will throw for the first time in this second half. Running out of time, he's looking for the boundary, being chased and forced out of bounds. Good coverage there by Davis. 4th and 14, you kind of know options are limited, and the Dart's ready for that play. They'll get the stop, and now that Dart offense will come out here. 4:15 to go. In our 3rd quarter, the defense gets the stop, and now Davis looking for an opportunity to potentially expand this lead here. Going to talk about, there's a couple minutes left here in the 3rd, and Davis would love to kind of take this opportunity and try to put this game away potentially, as they'll start at their own 30-yard line. Bessinger here in the shotgun. Incredibly impressive Friday night. His stats were 14 of 20, 200-plus yards in the air. He'll run on this one and brought down. Good surge into that backfield for Farmington. I think it was Tanner Nielsen. Nope. That was not the name the PA read, so my apologies. I missed that one. As it'll be a loss of 1 for the Darts on that play. Second down, 2 by 2 here. Jackson getting the handoff. Gets around the edge, trying to turn upfield. We'll pick up about 3 yards on that run. We'll pick up a 3rd and 8. This is one of those games where if you're Davis, you can find a way to gut through it, pick up a win. You got to feel good. It's been a team that's largely thrown the ball all over the yard all year long. Bessinger, top quarterback in the state this year in terms of touchdowns and passing yards. In conditions both on Friday and Saturday where that's not to your favor, if you can figure out another way to get the job done, boy, you got to feel real good about where your team's at. As he's rolling to his left, Bessinger keeping eyes down the field, tries underneath. Bodie with the catch. It was deflected by a Farmington defender, and then Sparrow able to keep his eyes on it, able to catch its gain of 6. It won't be enough for a first. It's going to be a 4th and 4 here. And would guess, given field position, may try to punt this. Oh, they moved that ball back a yard. My apologies. It's going to be at the 35. Of course, Bodie was right near the near sideline, so I'm not saying anything improprietous about that. And the Davis offense staying on the field here. Bessinger a little further back. This may be a quick kick. That was going to be exactly what it was, but Davis here going to take the timeout.
Timeout, Davis.
I could not get that one away in time. So timeout taken here by Davis. Another opportunity to remind you, First Command is committed to making sure those who have sacrificed for our country are taken care of. Their customized planning will help you meet your financial needs while saving for the future and protecting against the unknowns. They can meet you in person or virtually. Visit them online at firstcommand.com to set up your appointment with one of their 9 agents today. I also want to remind you, at the end of the game, we'll select our Oak Lane Advisors player of the game. Oak Lane Advisors helps people grow and protect their financial assets. Based on a client's goals, risk appetite, and other factors, we customize portfolio strategies for continued success. We have a proven process and a team of knowledgeable professionals to ensure desired balance. Visit Oak Lane Advisors for your financial investment questions and needs. 4th down, and Bessinger will punt this. Angles it away, end over end, and will work outside at about the 41-yard line is where Farmington will come out. 2:30 to play here in the 3rd quarter. 1st down, Farmington. We talk about the rain here, folks. You can see it puddling up on the field. It's also puddling up inside people's shoes. Everyone's going to be wholly drenched by the time this one's done. But you know, one of those where you don't get a lot of opportunities to play in weather like this. So this is one where this will be a good memory down the road. Farmington trying to make a good memory this afternoon, trailing here, 21-10, 1st down. Is this drive starting at their own 41-yard line? That was Peterson handing off. Love there with a good run. He'll pick up about 8 yards on that 1st down carry. Continue to be impressed. This Farmington offensive line, they've done a nice job creating running lanes. And Davis being able to get a couple of opportunities where they've broken through early, disrupt some of the timing of those runs, but it's not been uncommon to see Love able to pick up 4, 5, 6 yards, that time 8. Love looking for a lane up the middle. He's ahead for the 1st. Just needed 2 and got him.
Result of the play is a Phoenix 1st down.
They continue to try to run between the tackles here. Peterson now looking over. Time on the play clock, just hit 10. Love, nice cut. Gets vertical, able to take that ahead to the 43-yard line.
Drew Love out to the 43-yard line. Dexter Frazier on the tackle.
Farmington. Looking at a 2nd and short here. Love kind of dancing through the line. 1st down. Drew able to take this to the 35-yard line. That's a 1st down for the Phoenix at the Davis 35. 1 to play here in our 3rd. Farmington team has been one of those getting better and better every week. Playing strong here in week 8 is not much room to work there. They've lost footing around the line of scrimmage as well. I'll say no gain on that run. As Farmington doesn't have to run another play if they don't want to. It's our game clock down to 15 seconds left here in our 3rd. It feels like they might be patient here. And that will indeed be the case. So we are through 3 in the wettest chain game we've seen yet. 21-10, Davis leading Farmington as we've got the 4th quarter coming up when we come back here on KSLSports.com. 21-10. Davis leading Farmington. And they switch ends of the field. Now the wind at the back of the Phoenix. You can probably see them trying to be more aggressive offensively if they wanted to. They'll stay on the ground here with Love. He's got good gain, about 6 there for the Phoenix. Bring up a 3rd and short.
Drew Love out past the 30-yard line, brought down by Connor Brown.
Got to get here to the 25-yard line. Love getting the third down carry, cutting back, and he's got the first. Boy, really impressed with his vision. That play's designed to go to the left. And Davis had it well gobbled up. Really not a lot of room there, but that backside, Love able to see it, kind of cut back, get around the edge, and that'll move the chains here for Farmington. 1st and 10. Play clock inside 5. Peterson handing off. A little change up here is Grant Preston getting this first down carry. He's got about a yard. That's about it. Love has handled most of the carries this afternoon. He's getting a little break here, as he's been a tough physical runner, he's taking some big hits as well. Davis has been flying around defensively, trying to make it tough on the senior. Preston still on for this carry. That ball fumbled again, and Davis says they've got it. Officials coming in, and they do. Another fumbled snap. And Davis able to capitalize off of it.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Caden Montgomery.
Boy, a couple of those have just killed any momentum Farmington's been able to build up in this game this afternoon. As the Davis offense coming back out on the field here, 10-19 to play. And now Davis maybe looking for one of those drives to salt one away. Wind having, nope, it's still there. I thought it might have been just dying down, but nope. Rain's still there as well, for those at home wondering. 1st and 10. Bessinger handing off. This is Itaiao trying to look for somewhere to go. Not a lot of room there. He'll get a yard. That'll be it on 1st down.
Itaiao tackled by Troy Stevens on the play.
Itaiao, young man who really come on the scene in a big way this year. Used his versatility a lot. He's second on the team in receiving touchdowns. I want to say, and I could be wrong, I was talking with the Pettingills of Davis before the game. I think they said Bodie Sparrow had over 120 yards receiving on Friday night. And again, today not really throwing conditions, as Davis here going with Lockwood and the big bruising running back taking this ahead to the 31. It wouldn't surprise me to see them use him a little bit more to mix up that ground game. He had a power rushing touchdown against Syracuse last week. He's also the team's leading tackler, so he's certainly used to being physical. He's second on the team in sacks, I believe. My notes are now getting blurred by the rain. As they'll give to Lockwood here again, and that one really blown up. Great job with the pursuit by number 70. I don't have a 70 on my roster, my apologies.
On the tackle, brings up 4th down.
I can't give him any credit for that. My apologies on that. Would have loved to, but he really kind of gets in the backfield, gets at the feet of Lockwood, and there's really nowhere he can go. 4th and 3, and Bessinger in the shotgun here. And he will punt this away. That one just kind of through the line of scrimmage and down at the 46-yard line. And that's one where it kind of fumbles that snap, able to regather it and get the kick away. Anything to kind of get it out of your own end if you're Davis on that possession. And now Farmington offense coming back out near midfield. Still 21-10, 8:19 to go. Farmington move the ball at times. Turnovers have not helped them as they'll stay on the ground. Love.
Love after the 48
On the carry, able to pick up a couple yards there, about 3. Of course, the problem with running the ball here is that that clock will just evaporate on you if you're not careful. Inside 8 to go here. Farmington down 2 possessions near midfield. Peterson, boy, miscommunication there. He was looking left side. Love had went to his right, and he's got to kind of eat that one. He'll lose the yardage that was gained on first down. It's back to the original spot. It'll be 3rd and 10 here for the Phoenix. Davis students trying to cheer on their defense on this 3rd down play. Farmington staying on the ground here. I think it's Kyle College, the sophomore, picks up 4. Yeah, 4th and 6 here, and I would imagine Farmington probably going to go for this. At midfield, their defense has played well today. Again, 7 minutes to go. Probably recognizing the opportunity you got to capitalize on in this one. Play clock 15, plenty of time. As Peterson here looking over. Will give. Left side, College, no. The Davis defense making another defensive stand. As a penalty flag here coming in after the play. And we'll have to sort this one out. And now a late flag coming in. So this drive, I think we might have 2 maybe unsportsman likes, but we'll wait and see. So officials here conversing. It would have been a first down for Davis. 6:52 to go here in the 4th. Personal foul was 1.
Personal foul on Davis.
And the other one's an unsportsmanlike.
Also unsportsmanlike on Davis.
It will still be a Davis first down because they were both dead ball. So play is over. So Davis will just be backed up rather than starting near midfield. They'll have the yardage taken away, and then the offense for Davis will come out. So there's 15 for you. And they'll do it again. So rather than again at the 49, it's back at the 19. First down darts, 6:52 to go, 21-10 in the wet and wild affair here at Farmington High School. Of course, I want to thank Farmington, Casey Walkenhurst and company. Let us come stream this game. One of those games where the rivalry, and you always want to see it. It's a great battle, great rivalry, but having to come here twice, they've been great hosts. Really appreciate them here at Farmington. As Bird here with this first down carry, looking left side through a couple arm tackles, takes us up to the 23-yard line. Nice run there, first run we've seen from Kyle Bird today. Team's leading rusher. Coming into week 8. Able to pick up the 4 yards. Clock stopped with him running out of bounds on that play. Motion across the formation. They'll give to Bird. Getting around a couple would-be tacklers, turning upfield. Nice run there by Bird. He did stay in bounds there. Kind of ran into his own lineman initially and then was able to get around the edge. And near side official coming in. I didn't see a flag on the field. Oh, an illegal shift there. The call. There was a movement. Davis was trying to get lined up there. I thought that they got it squared away, but hard to see the communication with the linesman and the players. And the linesman saying he did not. So they're actually going to replay this one, it appears. Nope. Five-yard penalty, make it 2nd and 11. They'll replay it here. Clock moving. Play clock down to 5. And Davis going to take their last timeout. Bessinger was trying to signal for the timeout, but yeah, okay. Far sideline saw it, so they'll take it here. Last timeout for the Darts with 6:04 to go. And we'll take a moment. Thank our sponsors of our Davis timeouts here on KSLSports.com and the Rewind Sports Network. Timeouts are brought to you by First Command, committed to making sure those who have sacrificed for our country are taken care of. Their customized planning will help you meet your financial needs while saving for the future and protecting against the unknowns. They can meet with you in person or virtually. Visit them online at firstcommand.com to set up your appointment with one of their 9 agents today. Also remember, Black Flag, our presenting sponsor of Davis football. Life can wear on a person. If you're lacking the energy you wish you had to live your best life, check out Black Flag. Their energy sticks provide the pickup you want without any sugar or artificial colors or flavors. Use the code DART20 at blkflg.com to save 20% on your order. That's blkflg.com, and use the promo code DART20 to save 20%. So no timeouts left for Davis. 2nd and 11 on the ground. That ball's fumbled on the turf. And who's got it? Farmington says they have it. I haven't seen an indication. It is, Davis ball. So a loss there of 5 on the play. And we'll bring up a 3rd down as we're inside the 6-minute mark. Third and 15. Play clock down to 5. Davis got to hurry. Got to really hurry. Bessinger calling for it. He gets it. Gonna take a shot. Left sideline. Sparrow makes the grab. Bodie Sparrow on a 3rd and long comes up with it to the 41-yard line. That'll move the chains for Davis. Hey, when you've got a receiving core like this, you can put a lot of trust in a teammate you've been playing with now for 3 years. And Bodie Sparrow, you see him go over there to Trayton Bessinger. He's fired up. He should be. Big conversion for Davis. Keeps the clock moving and keeps the ball in the hands of the brown and gold. Idai Howe there with the carry, pickup of about 2, maybe 3.
Tackled by Emmett Boca.
Boy, how big is that play? I think is that the first time we've seen Bessinger throw it today? I think so. A one-on-one coverage, Sparrow able to go up. I thought could have potentially been some contact there as well. Don't know if the officials would have made a call in that situation, but Bodie able to come up with it. Fantastic grab. On second down, Bessinger able to get back on it. And just wisely goes down on that play. One where right now, if you're Davis, ball security the utmost importance. And Farmington here going to take a timeout with just under 4 to go. Timeout by the Phoenix. Trying to save some time on that clock here in a 2-possession game. Of course, you can come join us online at KSLSports.com every week as Jeff Hansen and myself take you through all the happenings from the most recent week. A lot of happenings in Week 8. You're going to want to come tune in. We've got our best of 6A videos. We'll also cover 5A, 4A, and the rules. Of course, we'll have our top 25, which will be shaken up this week, not stirred. And also have our top 5 plays coming up, which if you've got a top 5 play, send them to us. You got to do it timely. We put those things together over the weekend before we go back to our full-time job. So send it to us. Use the hashtag Rewind5 for your top play nominees. Of course, want to remind you, you can also come join us in just 2 weeks. Man, that is crazy. 2 weeks from today, we will have your postseason bracket reveal show. The football brackets will be released live on KSLSports.com. You can only see them here, folks. So come join us on October 17th. Third down. They'll run. Little trap here. Lockwood gets to the line of scrimmage. Surges ahead for a gain of about 3. And Farmington will use their last timeout. At least I think it's their last timeout. I kind of looked over immediately and it showed 1 timeout left, but it still does. So they may. I'm trying to remember if they took one earlier or not. I was thinking they may have, but I'm not certain. There's a lot of fogginess. Yeah, there it is. All right, that is the last Farmington timeout. So both teams, no timeouts left. 3:50 to go, and a 4th down here for Davis. This into the wind. And you've seen them try to protect against those long snaps. Whenever they've punted today, it's been Bessinger on the quick kick. And really it's just about preserving whatever yardage you can and trying to not give Farmington a super short field. I think it's also one where you'd want to minimize any return as well. Another benefit of the quick kick in this situation is Bessinger. You can see him maybe an extra yard deep here. He will kick this away. Angle it. Again, they don't want a return here as it takes a Davis bounce and will be downed at the 37-yard line. You saw Hamlin kind of running over there like he might try it. But once that ball hit the waterlogged field, it kind of died and there was really no room. So Davis, the defense coming back out, 3:41 away from a tough overnight road win here at the rival, the Farmington Phoenix. And for Farmington, not a lot of time left. See if they got a little bit of magic. Trying to upset one of the top teams in the state, the Davis Darts. Farmington beating Fremont last week and really competitive against Weber 2 weeks ago. Talking about the improvements of this program as the year's gone on. That one thrown up incomplete. The intended target there was Nielsen. Coverage put on by Connor Brown as it is now 2nd down, and with just 3.5 to go, you're Farmington. You don't have a lot of time to be able to run the football. And it's where some of those turnovers really come back to bite you. They had opportunities running the ball, getting good movement, fumbled snaps that Davis has been able to pounce on. And